but I believe it now, and so can you. So don't let them stop you. Keep going. Do not stop. Do not.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, let's make welcome Zack Tlili.
Thank you. All of you are familiar with the statement that says, behind every successful man, there is a woman, right? Yeah. You all familiar with it? Yeah. I want to hear it a little louder. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. That's a myth. And I'll tell you why. It's a myth, and I'm going to correct it today. Behind every successful man, there is a woman. No. Alongside every successful man, there is a woman walking side by side with him, opening up the doors, clearing up the way, clearing up the path, and a lot of times she's much ahead of him because she's ready to take the world before he does. I'm no stranger to that. My wife, Joanne, met me as a little boy, and she made a man out of me. Yes, a good-looking man. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. But she made a man out of me. And for that, I am grateful. I wouldn't be here today if it was for the blessing of God and this woman right here, and my friend Wale for allowing me to be here. 4 things I'm going to tell you. Number 1, nothing I'm going to say here today that you have not heard before. 2, nothing I'm going to tell you that you don't already know. 3, you don't have to believe me. And 4, you don't have to agree with me. I only have one question for you. What's holding you back? What's holding you back from achieving your dreams? And what's holding you back for becoming the person you want to be? And what's holding you back from becoming more than what you are today? Now, I'm going to play a little cat and mouse movie. I can't. I'm not built for it. It's not for me. It's too hard. It's for someone else. I'm not equipped for it. It's too hard. I need something else. I can do this, but I can't do that. These are the internal voices of whisper, which is within us. That's what we tell ourselves. And you have 2, no, it's not for you, man or women. Yeah, I don't see you doing that. Yeah, you got to pick something else. It's really hard for you. These are external voices of whisper. So you have the internal voices of whisper that's telling you, you can't. And you have the exterior voices of whisper that tell you, you can't. But you know which one is more powerful? Is the internal one. There is an African proverb that says, if there is no enemy within, the outside enemy can do us no harm. There is no reason, ladies and gentlemen, we should stop, and there is no reason why we should not be living the dream that we want to live. And the only reason we don't live these dreams, and the only reason we don't move forward in life, the only reason we don't become more, is because we are our own enemies. To an extent that is so far away from comprehending. And the first thing we usually do is we love the excuses. We love when something goes wrong along the way, we love it. And you might ask yourself, what do you mean we love it? Yeah, we actually do a lot of times, because when we can't do something in our life, when we can achieve a dream and a goal, when we can get better at something we do, what do? We see, I lost my job, so I can't really pursue that dream. Well, I'm sorry, I lost my wife, I lost my child, I'm sick, they fired me. The excuses, we're looking for them, and then we become what? We want other people to validate that, so somebody says, yeah, I don't blame you for not making it because you have your reasons. So we feed off of that. I couldn't make it. I failed miserably, but you know why I failed, right? You understand why I failed, right? Because, they fired me. I just lost my parent. I I couldn't speak the language, it was too hard. But he understands why I failed. So we want that validation from others because we so far believed it. We believe that we can't do it, and we bought into the excuses that we cannot do it. So once we believe it, it becomes a fact. And people will validate that. And I love the most amazing thing that Wale said, surround yourself with people that can actually tell you what you're doing wrong. And what are the mistakes you're making. Not the one that will cheer for you and then stab you in the back along the way or envy you while you are in a new endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times you saw John Maxwell talking about his father. You saw Wale talking about his father. You're talking about Kendra talking about her stepfather. Why do we bring up these stories, these personal stories? Why we talk about it? Why can't just Wale come up here and say, let me tell you a story about this person that I've known or this person that you have no idea who that person is? But he brings up his personal story because you can connect. And when you connect with these people that are right in front of you, you can feel the pain and you can learn how to become again. You can learn from it. And that's why my story is not any different. I know actually a story of a 9-year-old boy. And I'm going to introduce you to that boy by the end of the speech. This boy of 9 years old that actually was told that he was going to be an ambassador to the UK. A 9-year-old boy in a North African country, which is most people actually don't even find it on a map. If I tell them it's by Canada, they're going to say, oh yeah, you're right. That's the sad part. 9 years old, this 9-year-old boy was told that he's going to be an ambassador to the UK. His mother couldn't write and read, but yet she told him that. So you can imagine a 9 years old now believing this story, believing that my mom is telling me that I'm going to be an ambassador to the UK. Is she crazy? But you believe her because your mom wants nothing but good for you, correct? So that was a dream that this little boy wanted to actually make happen and bring up to life. But his mother and father were both gone at the age of 10. So dies the dream. That 9-year-old boy became an orphan and a homeless, and at the age of 11 and 12, 13, he had to separate from his brothers and sisters. At the age of 15 and 16, he was labeled and neglected and abused by his closest family member. At the age of 20, he had to leave his country. At the age of 21, he almost lost his freedom. At the age of 22, he almost lost his life until he met his wife. Now, that boy wanted to be a dentist. That boy wanted to be a doctor. That boy wanted to be a musician, wanted to be something so big in life. But most importantly, he wanted to be an ambassador to the UK because that's the dream his mother once had for him. He wants to be an ambassador to the UK, but it's not possible, is it? He can be an ambassador to the UK. And thank God he actually was not, because if his mother knew how to write and read, she wouldn't have wished that for him. She would have wished something better, because you know how politicians are. So that 9-year-old boy decided that he's not going to be an ambassador to the UK, losing his mother at the age of 9, or splitting from his brother and sister at the age of 10, or losing his freedom, or losing almost his life. It's no reason why you should stop. It's no reason why we should quit. And by the way, it's only failure when you quit. And a setback is nothing but a feedback. A setback is perfectly said by Les Brown. A setback is a setup for a comeback. So we all look at this setback and say, it's the end of us. Setback is the reason why we should persevere. Michael Jordan said he missed 9,000 shots. 290 games, he thought he's going to win and he lost. He goes, I failed over and over and over. That's why I succeed. Don't look for the reason why you should not keep going. Look for them as the reason why you should. I give you all a simple example. If any one of you is practicing a 3-shot right now, would it feel as good the first time you throw or the 7th time when you miss the 6th time? Which one would it feel better? The 6th time. When you have 7,000 people or 2 people or a kid or a son or a mother that's cheering for you. Somebody that's cheering for you. And you say, you know what, I'm going to do this the first time. When you make it the first time, the cheering is, hey, you did it. But when they see you struggle and come back up, struggle and come back up, And then in number 10, you hit. What happened? What would the energy be? Show me the energy, please. Show me the energy. That's what you'll see. So it's not bad that you fell the first time and you stopped and you had the bend in your knee and you had the scratch in your head and you broke an elbow, you broke an arm. Always get up, because when life knocks you down, try landing on your back. Because as long as you can look up, you can get up. Let your reasons pick you back up. That 10 years old decided not to become an ambassador to the UK. That 10 years old decided to become an ambassador to the world. That 10 years old, if I can sit here and tell my mother, I'm sorry, I was not the ambassador to the UK, but I'm the ambassador to the world. I will share my message and keep going and striving and believe in that dream that you once had for me that nobody else did. When she said that you can, everybody says you can't. So ladies and gentlemen, believe in yourselves, because if you believe it, what happens? You can achieve it.